So, yeah, going to try some vlogging. I really don't know how I feel about this, but my thoughts were if it makes it easier to put some content together and share with you all, then it's probably a good thing. But at the same time, I've never seen myself as the kind of person who would do a bunch of videos. So, we'll see where it goes. We'll see how I like it, and I'm gonna try a few different things with cameras and different ways of recording. So I'm gonna cut now and try a different format and see which works out best. Here goes. All right, this is take 2 with my cell phone. Yeah, I'm trying to talk as normally as possible so I can figure out if I need to get a mic, because I realized that the only mic I have, well, it's a USB mic. So there's that. But yeah, see how this goes, and yeah, hopefully I can get a good read out of which of my different cameras has the best picture and which has the best audio without buying a mic if possible. But then again, I might buy a mic anyway because that would work. So let's stitch this with the other video and do one more on my computer. Actually, probably 2 more on my computer. One with the internal mic and one with that USB mic, since I can use it. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, so this is method number 3. Just using my poor little MacBook from 2008, 2009, using its built-in camera. So yeah, seeing how this does with the internal mic. Currently I have a little desk lamp pointed at me just to compare lighting. Without it pointed at me, it's just pointed down at the desk now. I think we get a little bit of glare. Of course, if I point it away, then it's not as helpful. And I don't know, I move my computer a little to where it's at the same position. Everything gets kind of yellow, so I'm not a big fan of that, but we'll see. So I'm gonna stop this now and see about plugging in the USB mic. So, back here again with the other mic. Just testing it out and yeah, see what we think. So I guess I'll do more talking now. I think this should be reasonable, not maybe the best, but you know, we'll see what we can get out of it. Make my lighting extra dramatic or something like that. I don't know. Super dramatic. But yeah. So, yeah, where to start? Like, the last couple weeks I've been pretty busy, but I feel like I really don't have a lot to complain about. It's not been busy, but with really like silly little things, and I don't know, maybe some depression stuff, but I feel like I have a hard time admitting that sometimes. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been busy ordering gifts, and today I've been wrapping them all. I still have about maybe a quarter of them to go, but it's not that late. I can do it. And I'm a night owl, so 11 o'clock isn't too crazy to, you know, wrap up shooting a video, quickly edit it together, and then, you know, do some wrapping. Yeah, so wrapping gifts, ordering gifts. There should be some other things that I've been doing too, like, you know, vlogging and making art, but I really haven't done too much of that, and I don't know. Not because I don't want to, it's, I don't know, some kind of motivation thing. I've got ideas. I've even started a couple different blog posts and gotten pretty far in, but
I just haven't had the follow through, which sometimes happens to me, and that's one of probably my worst bad habits, is that kind of procrastination or loving to start things and having a hard time getting them done. Um, and knowing I was going to be busier, I even said, oh, I'll just do 2 blog posts a month and do that for the rest of December, maybe even the first week of January. But I really kind of dropped the ball there too, and it's been probably almost 2 weeks since I posted on my blog. I hate that. I don't like doing that to any of you guys, because I know I actually have some great readers out there now, beyond just, the people who I know in person. And I don't want to be that jerk who says, hey, come visit me, and then has nothing to show after a little while. So yeah, hopefully I will have more up, and I really want to hold myself to a high standard, but I need to stop saying but about it and just do it. So yeah, other than that, some fun stuff. Last weekend we had a big Star Wars marathon, so we watched all of the old movies along with the Clone Wars miniseries Saturday. So we were at my in-laws' place. They started at 8 a.m. and then we didn't finish until 2 in the morning. Brian and I, knowing we'd have to drive a little further to get there, watched episode 4 the night before, and then watched the rest of the movies with them. And we watched in a modified machete order. So the thought behind modified machete order is watch in the way that will make the most sense to Luke and Anakin's story and convey it in a way that doesn't include spoilers. So we watched episodes 4 and 5, and then we slipped back and watched 1, 2, the Clone Wars miniseries, and 3, and finished out the night with episode 6, which honestly I really liked. And it had been at least 5 years since I've seen the original trilogy. So there's things that I didn't remember as well, and it really allowed me to put all the pieces together, and I like that aspect a lot. And we noticed a lot more things about the nuances behind different parts of the story, and it was great to have that going into watching episode 7 on Sunday afternoon. And I'm not going to go into any spoilers here, but I totally have theories about episode 7, and I'm really excited because it was so good. I really love the new characters. I don't really have a lot of complaints about it. I really want to go out and get a couple of action figures, probably one of Rey, because she's wonderful. I really like her. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows Rey, and she's female, and she's got a big part in the movie. Not really a spoiler, so I don't feel bad saying that. And for those of you who have not seen it yet, go see it. It's great. You will really enjoy it if you like Star Wars at all. And if you're just starting out with Star Wars, I would say, as a friend of mine recommended, that if you've not seen any Star Wars, start with episodes 4 through 6, and then you can go see this, and you're set. Because they do just not a ton of explaining about the backstory of characters. So, it's best to know a little bit about the characters going in, which, honestly, it's really hard not to absorb culturally the story of Luke and Leia and Vader and Han. I mean, it's just the basics. Probably most people have heard enough, Luke, I am your father, and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's my take on Star Wars, and I'll probably post something more in depth in the future, but for now I do not want to give anything away, because I know a lot of you guys have not seen it yet, and so, there you go. Other things. Yeah, so I've been doing Dressember, which I figured I should update all of you guys on that. It's been a really good and at times really hard experience for me. I like dresses, but I'm not really that girl who wears a lot of dresses. I've been doing capsule wardrobes, and so in most of those, I'll have between 1 and 3 dresses, if that. And I wear them a handful of times. The one I wear most is my Doctor Who inspired Ninth Doctor dress because it's super comfy. I mean, it's just cotton jersey and it fits basically like a t-shirt that happens to have a skirt on it. Can't beat that, right? So, yeah. Wearing dresses more, I've realized I definitely want to wear more comfortable dresses in the future, so I'm going to be more careful about picking out dresses, but I'm definitely drawn to dresses that are sometimes less comfortable, less practical for everyday wear, but I managed to have a lot of them with pockets, so there's that. I do appreciate those pockets, and I just brushed my mic a couple times, so sorry about that. But yeah, the whole idea behind Dressember is calling awareness to human trafficking and hopefully getting people to put their money where their mouth is in terms of actually making an effort to stop human trafficking, because this is a really big deal. I mean, some of the other people who are participating in this have put so much more effort in than I have, and I feel like I'm really not very good at pitching this kind of thing. I don't know. I feel like it's a sales thing, and I don't like the sound of that. But it's something that's really important to so many people's lives, and I think we forget about that. That we live pretty comfortably here in the U.S., or maybe, someplace in Canada or Europe. Wherever you're watching, you're probably in control of your own life. You can mostly do what you want. Sure, you might have rules at school or something like that, or you might have family members who are in charge of certain things about your life and rules regarding that, but, there is not someone saying, you are confined to this room, you are going to do horrible acts with these people that you would never do if you were left to your own choice. And doing this repeatedly to where it is traumatizing you and leaving you without hope. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it and put it nicely. It just removes all agency from these people's lives. And I know it's super obvious that it does that, but I think we don't think about it as a problem that is close to us, but there are hundreds of thousands of women and also children who are part of human trafficking here in the United States. And there are millions outside the United States. But it's a huge problem that is not being addressed as fully as it could be. The organizations that Dressember Foundation works alongside are A21, who I honestly know less about, and then the International Justice Mission, which I know a lot more about. They've done a lot of undercover sting type operations where they have gone and either, with law enforcement's help, brought these people out of the kind of situations they were in and gotten them into rehabilitation centers and found jobs and places for them to live, and if they were young enough that they needed it, take them back to school so they could finish their education, whatever they might need depending on their age and circumstances. And in some cases, they've also gone in and actually bought the freedom of these people in countries where they don't have the cooperation of local police or other forces that could be helpful. Here in the U.S., luckily, we've at least got some police on our side, but it's not the case everywhere. There are many parts of the world where it's still not taken seriously as a real problem. But there are some really great stories. I'm going to put some links to that in the blog post, and I guess in the down below, since I'm going to be doing this on YouTube too. So yeah, I'm going to put some links to Dressember facts and information about human trafficking so you can get a better idea of what some of these people's lives were like when they were involved in basically the sex trade industry. Um, and hear some stories and find out what these foundations and groups are doing to help them, because it's really important stuff. And this is probably going to be my last big talk about them. I might get in one more little post or something, but it's not going to be like this. This is kind of my big, here is more information speech. So yeah, there'll be links about that, and then there'll also be some images with the various outfits that I've been wearing over the course of the month. Today is my pajama day because honestly, it's Christmas Eve. I've been home all day. I'm not going out anywhere. And it's 11 p.m., so I'm still not going out anywhere. And I mean, I kind of just need a break sometimes. So this is probably the only other break I'm going to have. I took a break around day 9 or 10 and had a pajama day as well. I work from home, so to me, it's not as huge a deal to do that. But yeah, you'll see outfits, you'll see information, and I will also link my donation page. So if you feel moved, you can do that. But honestly, most of this is just to raise awareness so that people know what's going on in the world. And if they feel moved, you can do something about it. Because if we all did something about it, maybe it would be less, or maybe not even a problem at all. So, there's that. Other than that, I'm really excited about Christmas. I'm going to be spending time with family, and I think it's going to be good. I'm really excited. Doing family stuff this week, and then again next week around New Year's. So I'm going to be pretty busy. We're doing a housewarming party, so that's kind of going to be a big deal. Lots of cleaning and other things to do. So maybe I'll get in a post or two between now and then. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna try. And so yeah, I will see you guys soon. Have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I love you all.